Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. It is November the 14th, and we're beginning our readings and studies in the book of Ezekiel. Now, the book of Ezekiel the priest is probably the most unread book of the Bible. It deals with great prophecies that describe the coming kingdom, even describing in great detail the millennial temple. Ezekiel begins saying that he was with the captives of Babylon, and he even gives us the exact date in which he received it. The first thing we see is a whirlwind coming out of the north. It was a whirlwind of fire, and in the midst of the whirlwind was what appeared to be four creatures alive. We call them the Zoans. They appeared to be similar to a man, yet each one had four faces and four wings. Their feet went straight down and looked like the feet of young cattle. They sparkled with shining brass. They had hands like a man under each wing, 4 hands. Their wings were joined to each other, enabling them to fly in any direction without turning around. All 4 creatures had 4 faces, and their faces were of 4 types. One face was like that of a man, one face like that of a lion, one face like that of an ox, and the last face like that of an eagle. It seemed that they had 2 sets of wings each. They had a reddish appearance, like glowing coals on a fire, and they came out what appeared to be flashes of lightning. Ezekiel is struggling to describe these things. It's a struggle for us to understand what he means. They were wheels within wheels. Perhaps he's describing a sort of halo like that which we see on the planet Saturn. He sees a throne above them and a man sitting on the throne. Perhaps this is a vision of Christ in glory. And then the Lord told Ezekiel to stand up so that the Lord could speak to him. At that moment, the Spirit of God entered into him. The Lord tells him that he's going to be sent to the children of Israel, who are wicked and backsliding and hard-hearted. But the Lord says, don't be afraid of them or of their threatenings. He's not to concern himself in the outcome of his ministry, only in the faithfulness of his execution. Then the Lord showed him a scroll, and he was told to eat it. In his mouth it was like honey. He is warned that Hebrew is a hard language. He is to be strong and not put off by his ministry. Ezekiel heard the sound of rushing waters from the 4 living creatures. It was like the voice of God, which was like the roar of a huge waterfall. Then he is carried away to Tel Abib, and he sat with the people of 7 days. And then the word of the Lord came to him, saying, well, the Lord always addresses him as Son of Man. Son of Man, I have made you a watchman. The idea there is a lookout, an overseer, a pastor for the house of Israel. The Lord explains that he has a very serious duty, because if he refrains from speaking the word of the Lord, then the Lord will hold him accountable for the people, for the blood of the people. Only if he speaks out will he deliver his own soul from death. And then the Lord says to Ezekiel, go and shut yourself into your house, and you will bind your mouth, so that you will not go and rebuke the people. Then the Lord said, Ezekiel, when I tell you to open your mouth, then you must say, this is what the Lord says. The person who hears you, let him hear, and he that refuses you, let him refuse, because they are a rebellious people. In a passage like this, it's almost we need to take the shoes off our feet. We're on holy ground. My password, there's so many things in this passage that strike me, but my password is found in the first verse. of Ezekiel chapter 1. It says, "Now it came to pass in the 13th year, and in the 4th month, and in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Kibar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God." This was not him having a wild imagination. In the cold light of day, he sees visions of God. Wow. What an amazing man. What an amazing ministry. There's my password for today. Look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Ezekiel is a large book. There's going to be a lot of amazing, stunning things. But we'll look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now. Have a great day.